Next we are going to talk about unification of Italy. Unification of Italy. Fine. So Italy was divided in 7 states, of which only one, Sardinia Piedmont, was ruled by an Italian dynasty. Try to understand. पहले कोई देश नहीं थे, कंट्रीज नहीं थे, पहले आपकी डायनेस्टी सल्तनतें हुआ करती थी. जो इटली था, इटली वॉज डिवाइडेड इनटू 7 पार्ट्स, एंड अमंग दैट 7 पार्ट्स only one part, okay, that is Sardinia Piedmont, was ruled by the Italian ruler, और बाकी के जो 6 पार्ट थे वो इटालियन रूलर के पास नहीं थे. नाउ टू यूनिफाई, जो बाकी के 6 पार्ट थे वहां से जिन्होंने वहां पे कब्जा किया है उनको निकालना पड़ेगा. दिस वाज अ ह्यूज टास्क. फाइन. सो आइडियाज ऑफ इटालियन यूनिफिकेशन फर्स्ट गिवन बाय जोसेफी मज़नी. यूनिफिकेशन का आइडिया पहले किसने दिया? जोसेफी मज़नी. I hope you remember who was Giuseppe Mazzini, revolutionary, who gave the idea of unification through his secret societies called Young Italy and Young Europe. Fine. After his failed revolution in 1831 and 1848, Giuseppe Mazzini tried a level best to unify Italy, but he failed. Okay? He tried his level best, but he failed. But after that, what happened? The lead was taken by the king of Sardinia, Victor Emmanuel II. तो यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ इटली के लिए कौन सामने आए? द किंग ऑफ सार्डिनिया, दैट इज विक्टर इमैनुअल II. फाइन. चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ सार्डिनिया, काउंट केवर, लेड यूनिफिकेशन प्रोसेस बाय डिप्लोमैटिक अलायंस विथ फ्रांस टू डिफीट ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड यूनिफाई इट्स नॉर्थर्न टेरिटरीज. सो व्हाट हैपेंड हियर? चीफ मिनिस्टर सार्डिनिया, काउंट केवर, ही केम टुगेदर विथ फ्रांस. उन्होंने किसके साथ हाथ मिलाया? फ्रांस के साथ. एंड दे डिफीटेड, किसको हराया उन्होंने? ऑस्ट्रेलियन फोर्सेस को हराया जो नॉर्थर्न टेरिटरीज में कब्जा किए हुए थे. एंड दे यूनिफाइड द नॉर्थर्न रीजन. उन्होंने नॉर्थर्न रीजन को आजाद करा दिया. नेक्स्ट इज इन द साउथर्न पार्ट, जोसेफी गारबाल्दी. बेटा जोसेफी गारबाल्दी, ही वाज द लीडर ऑफ पीजेंट्स. ओके, इनकी एक आर्मी थी, पीजेंट्स आर्मी, जिसको हम रेड शर्ट्स भी कहते हैं. व्हाट वी कॉल देम? रेड शर्ट्स. सो जोसेफी गारबाल्दी लेड द मूवमेंट by involving local peasants support to drive out the Spanish ruler. तो गारबाल्दी ने peasants, किसानों का साथ लेके किसको हराया? स्पेनिश रूलर्स को वहां से भगा दिया. फाइन. So thus the process of unification was completed with the crowning of Victor Emmanuel II as king of Italy in 1861. Okay, so Victor Emmanuel II was the king in 1861 of Italy. Likewise, unification of Italy was done. Okay, so we can see here Otto von Bismarck. He is also called the architect of unification of Germany. Okay, and here we have Giuseppe Mazzini, founder of Young Italy and Young Europe. Okay. The strange case of Britain. Why strange? Because Britain, unlike the Italy and Germany, they did not revolted or there was no war here. So how come they were unified? Let us see here. No British nation existed before 18th century. Before 18th century there was no British nation. मतलब 18th century के पहले कोई British nation ही नहीं था, country ही नहीं थी. Okay? Ethnic groups like English, Welsh, Scottish inhabited British Isles having their own cultural and political basis. Okay, when I say English, they are from England. When I say Wales, they are from Wales. When I say Scots, they are from Scotland. When I say British Isles, they are from British. When I say Isles, beta, this all are the parts of island country. Okay, ये एक island का समूह था. Fine. Growth of English nations, wealth and power. English Parliament seized monarchy in 1688. When the English country grew in power, they became powerful. So what they started doing is they started dominating the other parts. जब वो पावरफुल बने, उन्होंने मोनार्क का रूल अपने कब्जे में कर लिया और बाकी जगहों पर हावी होने लगे. Okay? Act of Union. This is very important, beta. One more question can be asked. Through the Act of Union between England and Scotland, formed United Kingdom of Great Britain. So through the Act of Union, that is of 1707, between England and Scotland, they brought Scotland with them और उनको अपने कब्जे में कर लिया. Fine. Systematic suppression of Scottish culture, language by English began. Many were driven out of their homeland. So after this act, what the English people started doing is that they started imposing their culture on them. क्या करना शुरू किया इन्होंने? अपने कल्चर को उनके ऊपर लागू करना शुरू किया. You need to follow this language only. You have to follow this culture only. You have to accept this language only. Do you think they have or they will accept it? Let's see. Okay. British helped Protestants against Catholics of Ireland. There was one more thing. Ireland. They wanted to capture Ireland also. They wanted to bring in Ireland also. So in Ireland there were Protestants and Catholics. बेटा Protestant और Catholic क्रिश्चियनिटी के ये दो जातियाँ होती हैं, जिसके अंदर हमने देखा ब्रिटिश हेल्प प्रोटेस्टेंट्स को क्यों हेल्प किया उन्होंने? सो दैट दे डोमिनेट कैथलिक्स, ताकि वो किसको डोमिनेट करें? कैथलिक्स को डोमिनेट करें. एंड व्हेन यू डोमिनेट कैथलिक देयर, अल्टीमेटली आयरलैंड विल बी इन देयर हैंड. सो दे वांटेड टू ब्रिंग आयरलैंड आल्सो इन देयर हैंड्स. Later, Catholic revolt was suppressed, and when the Catholic revolted, जब Catholics ने revolt भी किया, उसको भी suppress किया गया, okay? उसको रोका गया. In 1801, Ireland was also incorporated forcibly into United Kingdom. आखिरकार क्या हुआ बेटा? जबरदस्ती 1801 में आयरलैंड को भी इंग्लैंड ने अपने कब्जे में कर लिया, okay? So that they should follow whatever they say, because they were growing in power. So that's why it is called the strange case of Britain. Fine. Now we are going to talk about visualizing a nation. When I say visualizing, it means dreaming. Fine. A dream. Nation. Nations began to be portrayed as a female figures called allegory. अगर आपने देखा होगा भारत माता is a allegory. मतलब as such there was no lady, but it was believed that she was inspiration for us. She could unite all the people. मतलब उनके लिए सब एक हो जाएंगे, unite हो जाएंगे. To unite people, these allegories were created, ताकि सब एक तरफ आ सके, सब एक साथ आ सके. Ideas like liberty, justice and republic too were personified as female figures. तो personification means जो चीज़ जिंदा नहीं है उसको आप पिक्चर के फॉर्म में आप उसको इमेजिनेशन देने की कोशिश करते हैं. फाइन. कॉइन्स एंड स्टैम्प्स टू कैरी देयर इमेजेस. हुज इमेजेस? ऑफ जर्मेनिया एंड मरेनिया. जर्मेनिया वाज द एलिगरी ऑफ जर्मन नेशन, मरेनिया वाज द एलिगरी ऑफ फ्रांस. ओके, आई रिपीट बेटा, जर्मेनिया वाज द एलिगरी ऑफ जर्मन नेशन एंड मरेनिया वाज द एलिगरी ऑफ फ्रेंच. ओके, Mérignac represented Republic of France and Germania portrayed German nation. Fine. And they were created to create a feeling of oneness and people should come together. Nationalism and imperialism and the Balkan issue. Okay. Balkan became the source of nationalist tension in Europe after 1871. Balkan region, a source of tension. That means बैल्कन एक ऐसा रीजन था जहां पर परेशानियां बढ़ती जा रही थी. वाई? बिकॉज दिस बैल्कन रीजन, इस बैल्कन रीजन के अंदर आज के तारीख के लगभग 5 से 10 कंट्रीज एक ही जगह पे थे. बिकॉज एज वी नो दैट उस टाइम पर देयर वर नो कंट्रीज जहां पे राजा महाराजा उस चीज को कंट्रोल करते थे. सो द होल रीजन, द होल बैल्कन रीजन वॉज कंट्रोल बाय हूम? ओटोमन एम्पायर. तो पूरा बैल्कन रीजन जो था उसको किसने कब्जे में कर रखा था? ओटोमन एम्पायर ने कब्जे में कर रखा था. लेट अस सी हियर. ओके, इट वाज टू अ रीजन ऑफ ज्योग्राफिकल एंड एथनिक वेरिएशन. When I talk about geographical and ethnic variation, that means the different class, the different cultural people, the different people who were speaking different languages, they were at that area. It was to a region of geographical and ethnic variations. When I talk about geographical and ethnic variation, in this particular area, there were people who spoke different languages. And the countries, for example, the people who were living there, Romania, Greece, this all people had different culture. So there was no similarity. Unless and until there was no similarity, then cannot be a nation, right? So inhabited by slaves. Slavs are the people who were living in this region. Those people who were living in the Balkan area, they were called as Slavs, fine, and was under control of Ottoman Empire. I have already told you, the whole Balkan region, पूरा का पूरा Balkan region किसके अंडर था? आपके Ottoman Empire. That means Ottoman was a king there, fine. Ideas of nationalism swept over entire Balkan region. So धीरे धीरे जो ideas थे nationalism की, that is everywhere spreaded. पूरे Balkan region में वो ideas फैल गई. What ideas? Which ideas? To create nation. Now every people who were living in that region, they felt that they should have their own nation. हर एक ने ये सोचना शुरू किया हमारा भी अलग से एक देश हो. And this thing created more problem. How? Okay? One by one, different nationalists declared their independence through struggle. हर एक ने अपने आप को घोषित कर दिया कि हम आज़ाद होना चाहते हैं. They started fighting. But this created more problems. इससे और भी problems आई. Like, it became an area of conflict among its nationalities and later became one of the causes for First World War. The problem was that every particular region wanted to acquire more and more region. हर एक चाहते थे कि हमारे पास ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एरिया आए. And because of this, what happened? They started fighting with each other, and this ultimately led to the First World War. इसके वजह से क्या start हुआ? First World War start हुआ. Okay? Each state developed jealousy and hoped to expand at the cost of others. As I just told you, हर एक state, हर एक region ये चाहता था कि हमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एरिया मिले. And for this, the fight occurred. Fine. They were struggling to prove that trade and military might over the others. Everybody was trying to show that they are dominant over others, and this created more problems. Countries like Russia, Germany, England, Austria, Hungary extended their control over Balkan area. Now they also interfered to take control of those areas, and ultimately we know World War I started. So dear students, we are going to discuss the important questions from your textbook now. Page number 13 of your textbook, okay, under the title The Age of Revolutions 1830 to 1848, you can write a question here. Why was the period between 1830 and 1848 called the Age of Revolutions in Europe? Okay, I repeat the question beta. Why was the period between 1830 and 1848 called the Age of Revolutions in Europe? So this whole paragraphs under this title are very important for you. Okay. Next is 3.1, same page, the romantic imagination and national feeling. Here you can write down one question. How did culture play an important role? This is very important question beta. Okay. Last year in the board examination this question was asked. I repeat my question. How did culture play an important role in creating the ideas of nation in Europe? Explain. Again, you have to mark all the paragraphs in this. Page number 20. Page number 20, Italy unified. That is unification of Italy. You have to go through page number 20. Okay, the first two paragraphs, it's very important for you. Italy unified. And page number 21, the strange case of Britain. This is also very important. There is a NCERT question also, but this is also important. One more question can be asked from this paragraph. Fine. And page number 23, the image of Germania. Image question can be asked. Page number 24, that is also very important. You can see different symbols are given, the sword, olive leaf. Okay. So dear students, please study regularly, take care of yourself. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.